Okay, so at this point you have finished up this worksheet and you figured out who your invader is going to be, your defender, and like how this is going to be happening in a certain scene. And then on the back of the worksheet, what we're going to do is we're going to plan out that scene a little bit more. So I have this happening in the stereocilia. I just have some stuff on the back of the worksheet, so I'm going to clean that off. I have some pictures of the stereocilia from the slides that Miss Kelly has put around the room for you guys to share. So I'm going to keep these next to me. I also can use an iPad to look up, that site a little bit more intensely too, if there's a certain picture of it that you like. That one's pretty cool for my scene. So I'm going to leave this up and over to the side. And then I'm going to kind of sketch in. I might have to flip this over every once in a while and take a look. But I'm going to sketch in where everything's going to go. So here's some of these rings where the stereocilia is happening. These rings here. Let's just zoom in a little more so you can see better. I'm going lightly right now because I may erase. I think I'll have 4 different rings, kind of. And it's okay if you don't get it perfectly, obviously. We're not 100% sure what it looks like in there. And then I'm going to have let's start with my invader here, this guy. I'm going to have him inside this ring. My stereocilia, which I'm again looking at this picture for, and he's kind of suffocating them a little. So here's the tops of them, and they're getting brought in a little. I can erase where he goes through this. So I'm planning this out really well because I want to make sure that I can communicate to my teacher what I'm going for my final eventually, because this is what my final is going to look like. What do you have for feet? He doesn't have feet, he floats. Okay. And then these are kind of in these rings that have this kind of little grass type stuff going on. So I'll draw more of that in afterwards, but it's going to be kind of a ring of that grass. And then on some of these I'm going to show the back of him, and I have planned out what the back of him is going to look like. So I'm going to have some scenes where I see the back of him with the I'm going to see the tops of these stereocilia, and then I'm going to see the way these kind of branch down. And we've got that same kind of moss around this ring. This. I might have one place where you just see the stereocilia and they're not being affected, they're healthy, so we can clearly see what, that area looks like without being affected at all. There is this like sort of spiky Lego box with these little robot feet. So I'm going to have over here the bad guy being pulled off of the stereocilia. So we're going to have one arm around the stereocilia. I'm going to do a side view here. So there's his shoulder. And I'm going to have the here, I'm gonna have this other arm like going back, like because he's being towed away by this defender. And I'm just going to erase where the oval goes through here, because his little spikes are going to be going into him, and his little feet are going to be here. Now when he gets him, then he lifts him up and sends him back. So I'm going to have another one over here being lifted up and sent back, if I can figure out how to do that with my angles.